Throughout history, the telephone has been a cornerstone of modern communication, a bridge between distant worlds, connecting loved ones and businesses alike. Yet, in the shadows of this everyday marvel, tales of haunted telephones send shivers down the spine, as these uncanny devices seem to breach the boundary between the living and the spectral. Welcome to the mysterious world of ghostly calls. Imagine an ordinary night. Your phone rings, but when you pick it up, you hear nothing but hesitant whispers, chilling silence, or perhaps the distant echo of a familiar voice, long past. These haunted telephones have become the focal point of various supernatural narratives around the world. Among the most famed stories is that of the infamous number station, from which anonymous callers report hearing eerie messages, unintelligible codes, or the faint sobs of unknown souls. One of the most chilling accounts comes from the United States, where a woman allegedly received a call from her late grandmother. The caller ID displayed her grandmother's number, yet that number had been inactive for years. The voice was unmistakable, reaching out from beyond the veil in a final, comforting message to her beloved granddaughter. It's this uncanny ability of the telephone to transcend time and space that fuels its haunting allure. Turning our gaze to Japan, the tales take an even more unsettling twist. There is the phenomenon of the red phone, a legendary hotline purported to connect directly to the spirit world. Those who have answered its call report feeling an overwhelming presence, a foreboding entity lurking in the air, their hearts pounding with an inexplicable dread. These stories intertwine with the country's rich tradition of ghost stories, weaving a narrative tapestry as complex as it is spine-tingling. But what is it about telephones that make them susceptible to these spectral connections? Some theorists suggest that the electrical nature of phones allows spirits to manifest, their energies traveling through wires, generating enough power to project their voices into our world. The static and interference, often dismissed as transmission errors, are thought to be the whispers of the beyond, or even cries for help from spirits trapped between realms. Skeptics, however, argue that these stories arise from our intrinsic fear of isolation, amplified by the ominous silence when we hear an unexpected call. They suggest that the eerie voices are products of our psyche, subconscious desires to connect, or perhaps unresolved trauma from loved ones who have departed. Whether these ghostly calls are figments of our imagination or genuine encounters with the dead remains a subject of tantalizing debate. As we conclude our exploration of these haunted telephones, remember that the next time your phone rings unexpectedly in the dead of night, it might be more than just a wrong number. It could be a connection to the past, an echo of history, seeking not just to frighten, but perhaps to remind us of the thin divide between the living and those who linger just beyond. While the scientific mysteries of these calls persist, one truth remains. The call of the haunted telephone is as enigmatic as it is eternal.